Hi everyone, it is a new week. It's time for me to start videoing this week. Just want to let you know a couple of things. I got a new light set up. Hopefully that will help the lighting here. You know how sometimes I have issues, especially if it gets dark outside with lighting. But just wanted to kind of show it to you. There is a picture, zoom in a little bit, of what this new lighting thing looks like. There's my camera sticking through this ring of lights. My son gave this to me for my birthday. It's got a tripod on it. You have a little spot where you could put like a lighter weight camcorder or a phone, but my camera is way too heavy, so I'm still using my regular tripod, but I've got the camera mounted in the middle of this ring. Kind of looks like this. I don't know if you can see that. See where my camera is, like that, shooting down onto my page, and then like that. Now you can probably see it. It's very interesting. And but I'm going to have it off. I've discovered I'm going to have the lights off while I am doing the pattern step out, because it washes out the screen for my phone and you really can't see it on the camera. So what I'll be doing from now on is I'll do the step out. I'll go to pattern-collections.com. We'll go down, we'll look at the weekly string today and see if we want to do the string. We'll just do that real quick here first. String number 45 looks like a B. So let me just draw that real quick here. Oops, that's the wrong pen. I do that a lot. Okay. So I'm just going to do a quickie. Looks like the letter B. String number 45. So that's today's string. Let's go out of there, go home, go back to pattern focus, which is where you will find today's pattern. And I do this, my mom asked me, why do you keep going back to that same place and showing us the pattern dash collections and the pattern focus at the beginning of each video? I do that so that you guys can find today's pattern, because I at first wasn't showing that and I kept getting questions, where do you find the pattern? How do I get to the pattern? So I decided to just show it on every single video. If you know that that's going to happen, you know, fast forward to the part where we get to the steps you want to see. Okay, so Fallreep is... Oh, and the other thing I did is I got a new phone. Thank goodness for that. Hopefully that will help considerably. Fallreep by Silky Wagner. It's going to be like a ribbon tangle. So you're going to, first step you're going to do is make kind of a ribbon, 2 parallel-ish lines. And then over those lines you're going to make these kind of like a railroad track thing going this way. And then at the ends of each one of these things, we're going to make it like a teardrop shape and fill it in. So it ends up looking like that. And then one more little step is to do these little, like, round the corners right there. So the final product looks like that. And there it is on a tile. It's not shown with other tangles, so I don't know how I'm going to incorporate that. Haven't thought about that yet, but we're just going to give that a go. So I'm going to set my phone aside so I can see it. Oops, maybe. I'm getting used to that new screen. I am going to turn on my new light. Pull a piece of paper out, and it's going to take a minute for the camera to adjust to the lighting. But once the lighting is on, it should be really much easier on my eyes, and it should be something that makes it easier for you guys to see. So I was really thankful for the gift that my son gave me. I had no idea that anything like this even existed. So I'm gonna just do a quickie little pencil thing here with the, like that. I hope you guys are seeing well. It's kind of hard for me to see what you guys see, so that's always the issue. And then the thing that looks a lot like a letter B as a string. I'm just going to do that lightly like that and decide how we're going to proceed. Let's see. I think I'm going to maybe start going across this way. Perhaps here, like that. And then this direction. So we're going to make these like this. And then come in and do a little, I hope my camera angle is good. You guys let me know if it's really bad, or if the light just doesn't seem to be doing anything here. It should be giving you a pretty good view, and it should be giving you less weird shadows than when I had my other light set up. So we will see. I must say, it's nice and bright, and I can see what I'm doing, which is awesome. These little teardrop shapes right there. My problem is as I'm drawing, I can't see. I have to look at what I'm doing. I can't look at the screen on the camera and what I'm drawing at the same time. And I did have to move my camera and stuff because we tried using the tripod that came with this light. Yeah, my camera was way too heavy for it. Alright, so, and then we're going to do these little, right in the intersection here, we're going to do like that. Can you see that? Let me zoom in a little bit. So just right here in the intersection, you're just going to kind of make this curve like that. Something like that. And then we're just going to do it on the other side. I'm going to zoom back out a little bit because that's too close, and I will for sure take my page right out of your view so you can't see. I want want to figure out how I want to incorporate this tangle, either with more of this one or with something else. So let's see, what do I want to do here? I need to adjust this light just a little bit. Okay. I think I'm gonna make that a solid ribbon and do another ribbon going this way, following that kind of the B shape. Let me do this and come out. That would come through here and out here. Like that. And maybe one would go here, huh? I'm gonna have this B shape. Let's have one go here, and it's gonna go behind. Let me do this first. Like that. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to incorporate this tangle with that. I'm going to be careful with this area here. Yeah. And then just a little teardrop at each end. Since mine are going all the way up to the border, I'm not having a teardrop at the end here. I could maybe make this one not go all the way to there. Let's do that. This one would be more freestanding. Like that. Okay, I like that. Might almost be easier to draw these little teardrops as part of that overlapping rather than having to come back and try to attach them, because sometimes I end up with where they don't line up good. So I'm wondering if it might be even easier to start with a teardrop and then go over and end with a teardrop, and that way they're all one fluid motion. Yeah, that was easier to do. Okay, let me try that again. Do like that and around and like that. And that way these ends don't have a spot where they're like really thick and I have to try to fiddle with it. That would be behind there, and it would come, and you'd see it like that. There. And then this one. Here and here. Okay, that was good. I like that. I'm just gonna make these. I gotta do this part. So yeah, I had a really good birthday celebration weekend. Seems like it just went on and on all weekend long. My girlfriend on Thursday took me out for brunch before I had to go to work. And oops. Oh well. Went to my favorite pancake place and had my favorite meal. I had a weekend of my favorite meals. So that was what, Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. That's what we did. Went to brunch. I felt like all I did all weekend was eat. Don't usually go out that often. And then Friday evening, my family and a couple of friends went out to dinner at like a little, it's a chain, but it's like a French cafe type place. Yeah, I know the food is not even close to being actually French, but they pretend to be French. Anyway, I had a nice dinner and some time with my friends. And then, because the one friend knew she was going to be working on Sunday when we usually go out after church, so she wanted to do something for my birthday. Yeah, and then we went down to my mom's on Saturday. Ugh, the drive was just horrendous. You know, we usually go down there if we're gonna go. It's where she lives is near San Diego. It's not in San Diego, but it's down that direction. And the drive from my house is usually about an hour. That's a good average with no traffic. And so, you know, we usually give ourselves like an hour and a half. It took 3 hours to get there. Ugh, it was awful. I've never had it take that long to get down there before. I'm going to shade this like it's a 3D object here. And you know what? Since I erased my border, I'm going to go ahead and put these little teardrops at the end and not have a border. Yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah, so that drive was just miserable. I made the mistake of not taking a beverage in the car with me because, you know, it's only going to be an hour. I really needed a drink. And we were hungry. We were going to go down there for an early lunch. We ended up having a late lunch. And yeah, it was just, other than the drive, then we had a really good time. We went out to lunch and chit-chatted for while, went back to their house and checked out all the new stuff they've been doing with the house and the garden and, you know, all that stuff you do when you haven't seen somebody for a while. Talked about stuff. And then we went to dinner. First we went to lunch and then we went to dinner. Where they live is a pretty small town, and literally they roll up the sidewalks early, and since we'd had such a late lunch, we were having what I consider a late dinner. And yeah, we didn't have a whole lot of dining options because most of the places were already closed. So we ended up at this little diner place that was like right out of the 50s with the, you know, the whole sit at the lunch counter type place. Yeah, one of those. Food wasn't spectacular, but it wasn't awful. It was good enough. The place we had for lunch, now that was where we went, was their one of their favorite places to go. And yeah, they know the owner, and that was a good place to eat. How am I doing? That looks good. Oh, I'm gonna have to get used to using this light. I may have it actually a little too bright for me. Oh, wrong way. Okay, that's better. Gotta be careful not to hurt my own eyes. I'm gonna make this like it's a solid thing and go ahead and do like a little bit of shading on both sides of here, like a solid ribbon. Like that. Yeah, so I ate out on Thursday, Friday, Saturday twice, and then Sunday lunch like we usually do. That was a lot of eating out. I don't usually eat out that much. Usually I eat out once a week, which is Sunday after church. And occasionally during the week, my husband will want to go out somewhere for dinner, but that's not very frequent. That's maybe a couple of times a month. Our big eating out is usually Sunday after church. I have a lot of leftovers. I'm a small eater, and I usually end up having to bring home half my meal. Sometimes more than half my meal, but usually half my meal. Of course, I did not bring home my pancakes. Pancakes don't save, and they're really not that big a serving, so that was fine. I did bring home half of my sandwich from Saturday night. I ate my whole lunch on Saturday afternoon because I was hungry by the time we got there. But I brought home half my sandwich from Saturday night because I really wasn't that hungry when we went out to dinner because we'd had such a late lunch, but I didn't want to wait till we got all the way home. We didn't get home till like 9:30 at night, so I didn't want to wait that long to eat. All right, well, those are interesting. Not sure I would use them again, but maybe just one across a tile and then doing other things around it would be interesting. I was just trying to make it a mono tangle, which I'm not sure if I was 100% successful here or not, but you know what? Sometimes negative space is fine. Don't know which direction it's going to live. Like that. Like that. This way. This one can certainly live any direction, can't it? Huh. I feel like it wants to live that way. Okay. So what was its name? Fallreep. F-A-L-L-R-E-E-P. 2 E's. String number 45. There we go. Looking good. Alright, I will see you guys tomorrow. You guys have a great day. I will not need to show you all that stuff at the beginning of my video again tomorrow. We will just make do with the way we always do, right? Just have to remember to turn off my light, show the step out, because see, with the light on, that's what happens with my phone. Oops. You see the light, but you don't see, it's too, yeah, that's not good. That can't quite, yeah. You can see all those little LEDs. That's funny. So, yeah, I'll have to remember to do that. Turn off the light, show the step out, turn the light on, and then we're all good to go. I have a new routine. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow. You guys have a blessed day. I had a really great weekend, and I hope you did too. I will see you later. Bye-bye.